He looked at the $8 million in stock options he held, thinking that if he could just stick it out at the company for one more month, he'd be able to cash in. But the next second, he was laid off. He thought it was a mistake, but they wouldn't listen to his explanation, and even physically threw him out of the building. However, at that moment, company executives suddenly realized he posed a risk, because he was a veteran employee who might have access to the company's core technology. The managers also discovered he was currently researching new AI technology, so manager Jack proposed taking a gamble, rehiring him and investing in his AI development. Jack then explained his intentions and gave him 1 month to develop the AI. He was stunned after hearing this, because his AI proposal was currently just an empty shell. But to buy enough time to claim his $8 million in stock options, he gritted his teeth and started recruiting a team. However, right after the company was established, a programmer suddenly noticed the computer wasn't running, which made everyone suspicious. Just as people were about to request transfers, one of the veteran employees stood up and talked about Silicon Valley's entrepreneurial philosophy. He said, "All great achievements start from nothing," and encouraged everyone to make something of themselves. People then rallied together, but AI models require extensive training. 1 month was simply impossible. Just then, he suddenly noticed a small game the programmer had designed, so he borrowed the game model, powered up the graphics cards, and got the program running. They all worked together busily, and finally developed a prototype within a month. However, the day before the demo, the entire building suddenly lost power, and the prototype was completely destroyed due to overload. After much deliberation, he decided to have a person dress up as a robot to get by, but at the demo, someone stepped forward and exposed him. It turned out to be a setup by Sean, Jack's rival, because Sean had caused the power outage, so he was called into the office, facing the prospect of being laid off again. Exhausted, he fell asleep, until a ringing sound woke him up. He looked and saw that his $8 million stock options had officially vested. He immediately rushed to the finance office, but unexpectedly, Sean walked in. Sean refused to approve his claim, and said he had to take responsibility for the failed AI. Only then did he realize the company had maliciously laid him off because of those $8 million stock options. Just when he was backed into a corner, Jack had him participate in an AI competition. This would be his last chance to turn things around, so he and his employees gave it their all, completing each goal on the task board one by one. Hard work pays off. They successfully won the competition. After getting his stock options, he immediately sued the company for wrongful termination, but he didn't have sufficient evidence. Just then, another person who had also been laid off appeared, and unexpectedly provided evidence he had captured. This way, the company's scandal was exposed, and he won back what countless innocent laid-off employees had rightfully earned.